I've always believed that modern art has always been a terrible stain on human culture. I mean, how did we go from hyper-realistic oil paintings to whatever this is? Or this, where we have the shadows of a sleep paralysis demon, toddler scribbles, and then this looks like poop. As in poop that came from a butt. And then there's stuff like this, which, bro, we gotta turn this into like some kind of meme template. I'm sure there's some creative people out here that can make some kind of meme out of this, like me when she tells me to go talk to my other hoes. The worst part about modern art is that with social media like TikTok and Instagram, there is actual like amateur artists that are making 10 times better pieces, not a million times better pieces in their own studio bedroom. Like take Leonardo da Vinci, right? Who is he gonna be more impressed by? Some guy who stabbed a hole in a bucket of sand that created a sand bucket quote unquote sculpture? Or a man who ironed fabric in a way that created a human face? Like, be genuine and honest. Some of the greatest painters to live. Who do you think they're gonna be more impressed by? I also like how this guy had a gesture and cue when to clap, because usually watching 12 buckets of sand fall is not really clap worthy. I guarantee you, if there was a group of kids at the beach doing this exact room of people would think those kids are being annoying and primitive. And I ended up looking into this guy, Roman Signer, and apparently he just has a bunch of stupid shit that he does that he calls art. Like, here's him launching a kayak into the wall. Oh, but when I do that, it's called destruction of property and trespassing, and what are you doing in my house? And I get restraining orders put on me. But no, seriously, anything this guy does, I can go on the internet and find something 10 times more artistic than what he's doing. Like, he launches this catapult into the wall. Who cares? I can find, look at this. I would say this meme has had an infinite amount of impact on human culture than whatever this guy's doing. Then we have him pushing like some wooden beams, and he only knocks down like 1/8 of the wooden beams. Like, what is the entire point of the other half of the room if they're just there to be there? Can somebody explain this? Maybe I'm the retard.
In which the artist has installed and attempted to knock over a grid of standing wooden posts. Roman specified the use of local and sustainably sourced blocks and has placed them in a regular formation in the room, still adhering to a grid with accessibility key to navigating around it. But these posts, which usually mark the perimeter of an agricultural field, are brought indoors and harnessed by the artist. He creates a chain reaction and doing his own initial installation. He remarked upon doing it that it was like the wind toppling over trees in a forest. Okay, well, counterpoint. Here's a picture of cow poop, and this cow poop symbolizes, oh, and it's localized, by the way, from the cow's ass. This cow poop symbolizes life because the cow has to eat the grass, digest the grass, poop the grass out, and then the poop acts as fertilizer for more grass. You see how you can kind of like just take anything in life and just twist it to sound artistic? Maybe that's why they call it bullshit. So we have him pushing down a bunch of wooden posts that cause a chain reaction, right? Here's somebody pushing some dominoes that created an image. And then this guy filled a fucking kayak with whiskey, and they're calling this art. What? It's like, you remember that meme where it was like, Mom found the piss drawer? Mom found the whiskey kayak? Like, what is this? You guys remember that one drunk driving commercial where the guys would be coming out of their car and it's like filled with alcohol? That's basically what this is, but boat edition. Anyways, we're gonna move on from the mental distortion of whatever is going on with this guy to banana. Now, his banana is worth $120,000. Now, the only way I can see it being worth that much is if the monkey himself put it on the wall. And I did some research on this banana. Apparently, somebody just fucking ate it. They just grabbed it off the wall and ate it. And not only did they eat it, they took the banana peel and just put it back on the wall. And the museum, what they ended up doing is just replacing the banana. While I do think that this art piece is kind of retarded, I mean, dude, come on. Whoever ate that's just big and greedy. So we have banana on the wall. Now compare this to this lady creating a sculpture of the Great Wall of China on her wall. Then we get to this guy named John Paul Riopelle. Excuse my French, I don't speak it. And this is his art. And, you know, if I saw my toddler doing this on a canvas, I wouldn't immediately think, oh my God, this guy's a genius. My son, he's a natural born genius. No, I'd probably think he's just a regular toddler. Like, I would just like to make a reasonable comparison. Here is one of Jean Paul's paintings, and here's one of Van Gogh's paintings. And now the difference between the two is one was done by a French Canadian, and the other one was done by a monkey. I'm not even joking when I say this. I really don't see much of a difference. I mean, yeah, there's a little bit of a difference, a very slight difference. It looks like maybe Jean-Paul put a little bit more time and effort into the painting, but the fact that a monkey's able to imitate at least 70% of your art style, that is just sad. This monkey actually furthered on his career and was able to make the masterpiece of putting a banana on the wall without eating it, which is actually really impressive for the monkey. So maybe comparing Jean-Paul to such an artistic genius is actually a compliment. Maybe Jean-Paul actually copied the monkey. In fact, I found out that Congo was painting from 1956 to 1959, and coincidentally, Jean-Paul's painting came out in 1960. Ooh. It's not looking good for Jean-Paul. No, I'm just kidding. The banana was still done by a human, but the backstory I gave it made the banana 10 times more interesting. Anyways, here's another painting that was done. This was done for Joe Rogan, so I hope he's happy with this painting. Congratulations to him. This was done by an elephant. So if we want to throw this into the mix, we got Jean-Paul, monkey, elephant. Here's another painting. This is just blue. It's the color blue. Very nice color, honestly. Awesome color. I love it. I'd have to say it's top 3 colors, but this painting sold for around $40-something million. I remember having an argument with somebody on Twitter before my account banned about this painting, and the person said that it's because they invented a new shade of blue. Firstly, dumbass, you don't invent colors, you discover them. Secondly, this looks like a normal blue if you ask me. If you can just discover a color that's just a nano shade off of the base color, then I'm gonna go out and discover the 51st shade of gray. Like, this would be like discovering a number that nobody's ever said before. Like, look, I can pull up a random number generator from 1 to 10 trillion, and surely nobody has uttered this number before. 8,576,558,495,571. Can I now sell this for, $50 million? I discovered the number, guys. Come on, this number belongs to me now. Oh, actually, sorry. According to the guy off Twitter, I invented this number. And it's pretty obvious that this art is being used for money laundering, and it's gotten to the point where even the pro-modern art people, like Ethan is online, admits that it's probably being used for money laundering.
Costs when it's literally just a money laundering tool by the 1%.
I guess we can agree there, but I'm still gonna make fun of how ridiculously high priced this shit is. Here's a piece of art that is going for $2.2 million. Here we have the early renditions of the Smiling Friends Charlie. Over here we have the Lego hand wrench. And then this. So for this price, you could get instead a Ferrari Daytona SP3. This one is a poor rendition of the Ukrainian flag, which sold for $46.4 million. I can tell you off the top of my head that you can get one of the most expensive penthouses in New York City for that exact price. And to end this video off, I just want to say that I did end up going to the Getty Museum in Los Angeles to experience some art, and I did find art that I really liked. I thought it was really cool, and you know, it's usually the more historical pieces of art. And then we get to the more modern arts, and I only took, I believe, this photo of the modern art because this is the only one that encapsulated me, because I knew one day I'm going to take a photo of this, and one day this photo will be useful for me because I'm going to make fun of it. And it's literally ass. I'm not like ass, like actually it's ass.